So in this video tutorial, we're going to look at how to research the funder of your grant in more detail, something you want to be doing early on in your grant application to understand better the funder that is put out the call. So we're going to use the same prompting techniques as the intro video here. We're going to make the model act as a expert grant manager who understands funding organizations and wanting it to read and analyze the funder. In this case, we're using the example of the agency fund, given all of their information, which I'll be pasting here in context, and as well provide my project idea. Now I'm doing this because I wanted to analyze the funder in the context of a project, not just sort of generically. So for our project idea, we don't want this to be too long and too noisy, but we want it to be fairly specific. So what I'm going to do, I've got a few articles about, and in this case, we're going to just use Wash AI, which is a knowledge support tool using AI. And this is too long. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to use AI to summarize this into a project. So I'm going to grab Claude to do this. I'm going to dump in summarize this article into a project idea of 200 words. That's it. I could improve this prompt a little bit, but essentially what we're wanting to do is summarize that big article, which is way too long to put in our prompt. It has general overview. It's grabbing in some of the specifics. It's great for the purpose in this case. I probably should have a 200-word summary of my project somewhere, but in case you don't, this is a quick way to grab one. And I'm literally going to grab that as my project idea. So now we have the project idea. Let's go back to the context. Now, we want to get everything we can on this funder. And the agency fund is a very open funding organization, so their website is quite complete. We're going to grab a Word doc, agency fund. I'm going to call it dump. And we are going to go to their website. So this is the agency fund. And we're going to grab the relevant, don't grab everything. Obviously, grab what's relevant that you think would help you understand better what it is. So let's look at probably the foundations, our approach. So we've got a bunch of articles here. I'm going to just start grabbing this, Control A, which is select all, Control C, copy, and paste. We're going to grab this white paper, which seems very important as it covers what they do and their building blocks. So again, I'm going to grab the whole thing, Control A, Control C, and I'm going to, don't worry about all these. It's just images that won't get pasted in when I paste in the text. What else do I have? What we fund. This is brilliant. Knowing what they have funded in the past tends to say what they will fund in the future. Not always, obviously, if they change strategy, but this will give us an idea. So I'm going to grab Control A, Control C, and I'm going to dump this again at the bottom of my doc here, the agency fund doc. Again, don't worry about the links. It's not going to follow the links, but it will give me text here. As you can see, there's a title, there's an amount. So we've got information there. What else can we grab about this funder? There's a blog, anything we can grab from there. Let's not put too much. And yeah, that seems like a good amount of text. We'll start with this. And now we'll go back to our prompt. So we have this all in the agency fund. We'll go back to our prompt, and that's what we'll be pasting in about the funder. And we've got our project idea. So let's go ahead. I'm going to select that. I'm going to use GPT to do this. So I'm going to put in my prompt template here. Replace this context with the dump. So I'm doing Control A, Control C, and then I'm going to paste it. Did it work? Yep. And then project idea. I'm going to go to Claude. Remember we used Claude to summarize my project. And I'm actually even going to keep this here because it's telling me, it's just re-emphasizing that here is a summary. So I could just use this copy button right there, go back to GPT, and then now we have our project idea. So just a reminder what we're doing here, scroll all the way up And we're going to say, act as an experienced expert grant manager who understands funding organizations and read and analyze the funder agency fund given all the following funder context, which is my dump, and then my project idea for which I'm seeking funding for. So we're just asking it to analyze the funder in context of my project idea. Before I send this off, I'm going to copy it because I'm going to get Anthropic, the other model, to do the same task, see if it does it better. Here we are. We're going to let that write. It's thinking. That's good. I'm going to start a new one, paste. And all I did here is I pasted the same full prompt, including all the content. There we are. And you can see tailoring a proposal. It already gave us a wonderful title. How are we doing? So it's doing the first part of the task, which is to understand the agency fund. And it's summarizing all of the content that I gave. Their assessment of past investments is very limited. So I might want it to expand a little bit on that to understand it better. But again, I put this in context of a lot of other information. Let's see if it aligns. What it's doing here is it's telling me what to emphasize, what to highlight, what to clearly demonstrate. And it's really using these values that was in the information about the funder. So as you can see here, within 6 minutes, maybe 7, you're able to fully get a summary of the agency, of the funder that you're looking at, to see, is this applicable? Should I apply? Now, it's gone a little overboard here with the proposal of a structure of creating a successful proposal, not knowing that there is a questionnaire. So we can ignore this part. Some great general grant writing tips as well. Getting a little overboard here. I think I maybe asked it too much, but this first part in terms of the agency fund is quite interesting. Let's see what Claude came up with. Much shorter as it does, but quicker to read.